All right, we're back. That was fun and exciting. It was just the best ever. Now that we're done the sarcasm,
Feel personally
G3,
insulted, actually.
did you want to do the recap for us?
Brain no work. There was a lot that happened last week.
There was a lot that happened last week.
I remember where we ended because we did finally get back to camp,
Mm-hmm.
and H8 confronted the professor, and it pretty much confirmed that he was there and confirmed his memory, but then we kind of left off with that. Let's see. Deacon had gotten implanted. That one happened before. Killian did not. Wow, I forgot his name. Where did the sheet go? Kuzak. Kuzak also got implanted.
Mm-hmm.
H8 got a bunch of his memories back after, since he uploaded himself to GA earlier in the campaign. He was able to recover his memories that he lost when he accepted the language and everything else from, well, when he tried to save me from the upload to my brain, whichever.
Hashtag very.
Yeah, you know. That was an exciting time.
Yeah, it was. We still have the. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to take SE4 to get repaired. Maybe hand him over to our little tech monkey friend. He can spend some time putting it back together for if Kai comes back.
Pretty much.
Or if Raven, I should say. Let's see.
The music's not playing, D.
It should be soon.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it to load the screen share for you, but apparently Discord's decided to be a pill.
Okay. Well, we don't need it, dude.
Oh, there it goes.
I'll keep us entertained with my witty banner.
Hey, Plaid.
All right, there we go. As you're saying, Dax, keep going.
Let's see. GA and we'll just call it the overseer since that's the best term we have at the moment for the AI in the outpost city, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So GA and the overseer are talking. We confirmed some information with the overseer on the places we visited. Yeah, it was mostly H8 stuff though. And then the upgrades for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Going through since they were present, making sure, catching everyone else up to speed on where they were as far as the science lab and stuff goes. If they were getting upgraded, if they weren't. And then we all went back to camp, and we're turning in information, confirming memories, and Dax is probably currently nerding out with the rest of the nerd party tent on translating and uploading or creating a codex or of some kind for the languages.
I should say that
Yeah,
Zal's quite.
can't think of anything else at the moment.
Zal is quite intelligent, like Zal can, like he actually might be somewhat help on this, like project, unlike Cass, who was absolutely useless in this kind of the field. Zal's actually quite intelligent, quite well educated. He might be some use in the nerd party, as you call them. Back to your recap.
You offering to help?
I am offering help, yes. before I have to roleplay it out, because Zal's a son of a bitch.
I mean, you just gotta join in on the rolls and stuff, man.
You're right. I was just saying, like, I should really be helping on this. It's actually, I was probably talking to myself, and that just came out.
It's a bit of a doozy for last session, though. A lot happened. And a lot more to come. So,
Jake's pretty smart now, too, with the +4 intelligence roll. I mean, +4 intelligence glyph or whatever he got on his armor. I mean,
yeah, you got a memory upgrade.
I'm smart.
So that
I'm not that smart.
Now he's got like a 12 or something.
Actually, no. He is... What is it? It's more than that.
I'm
You
at
put it on
16.
16?
Yeah.
That's really respectable.
So I'm not only strong, I smart.
Did you have an S or an F in front of that word?
What? I said I'm smart. An S.
Oh, SM. Got it. Smart. Smart. Sorry.
Well, you didn't hear it? Sorry. It might be my mic.
I'm half joking. It slurred a little bit, but I was making a joke on the fact that it slurred a little bit because it was... You're talking like, the smart was actually a...
Smart. Like that.
Alright.
Can you just see H8 over there on a whiteboard, like doing math problems now? Like he's just like so excited.
It's a really weird version of Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to say it.
So, you're all at camp. You've retrieved this. You've made the connection. What all do you want to do?
I stick with my boy Plaid Weasel. I kind of just follow his lead. He's like my filter. He just kind of like, because I'm not the most, even though I have a relatively high charisma, like I'm not very good at relating that to people. So I stick with my boy Plaid Weasel, whatever he wants to do. Or Kukos. I'm sorry, not Plaid Weasel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's names.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you, D.
What was it we called it? Was it GAP, or what was it that we called the points? I'm trying to remember. Credits. What was it that we called it? I had it and it got deleted on me.
Yeah, GAP sounds right. Galactic Academy points, right? Anybody else disagree?
Or is like certification
clearance
points?
Level. Something like that. I think it ended up translating to clearance level. Or... Identification.
It was like certification points or academy points or something like that. I had it written down, and then we had an issue with the table and had to revert to an earlier version that then didn't have it, and it's like, oh, great. That's fun.
And how much did we have before that little journey?
Oh, we had next to nothing because I thought we had just leveled up.
We had just leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably get like 2 more levels from finding that city. I mean, I would think, we're going by from our last discoveries to this current discovery. I think that's definitely 200 levels. 200.
I mean, I kind of agree because we're also trying to like make a codex for an unknown language.
You also have a higher life form, helping you decipher it. So I mean,
Wait, you're helping them decipher a language? You haven't done anything with the language. What are you talking about?
Who?
You. You haven't done anything with the language.
Because I wasn't back at camp. I was standing guard like I was assigned to.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna help with the language now?
I'll apply. I mean, I help what I can. I mean, I have decent scores. You know, I can apply a hand. You know.
You realize that
it
you have
represent-
two party members who actually know the language now, right?
I understand that, and
Okay.
I refuse to be talked down to by a robot and a squid. But I mean, like, I will
Not a
apply.
problem.
You know, apply what I can to help them if they need something done. And if there's something you need investigating or something like that. It's kind of what I am as an investigator. You know, I investigate problems. Like that's kind of like Zal's role is in his current form is he's an investigator. You know, that's what he was trained to do.
Well, at least he's not hanging out at the bar. At least Glitch is there now. So you drop off Scalpel with the I was about to say the name of a certain race of techno monkeys from another setting, but techno monkey. No, I can't. Cindian knows the one I'm speaking of.
I do.
You drop off Scalpel with the techno monkey, for lack of a better term right now, who's here in camp to work on him. And then are you all... I think Dax said he was going to go work with the professor. Killian and...
Me and H8 were already in there with the professor. That's where we left off anyways.
Right. Is Killian and Deke going to the inn? Or not the inn, the cantina to chat with Glitch and get some drinks?
I'll give you one guess. Ding, ding, ding. We're alcoholics.
Well, it's more you don't do the brainy stuff. You do more the brawn stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then we get wasted after.
I mean, it's a well-earned break, right? It's all a point of perspective. So we'll go with you first.
I'm pretty sure it's just standard military practice.
Well, you know, there's that. You go in there, and your friendly, glitchy robot is currently... Hey, welcome. What can I get you?
I should have totally got that guy in the bag.
2 beers, please.
No beer drinks available.
2 whiskeys, please.
Uncatalogued substance. Here's what we have.
For crying out loud, robot, give me something to drink.
He hands you the cups.
On say coming up.
Oh. I'm gonna walk back there myself. If we don't
It's not
in this now.
It's not really defined as a beer or a whiskey or anything. It's just the drink.
Give alcoholic beverage, please.
Yes, yes. It's generic alcoholic beverage. It doesn't really fit into one of those categories. It's more like they, you know, took some ale and some vodka or whiskey or something, just kind of like dumped them all together.
Disgusting.
Pretty much. I mean, look at you buzzed, but you know.
Okay, it all tastes like water after a couple.
Right. Well, that's the good thing, is that it at least is strong enough to kind of knock your taste buds out after a cup.
Fine, whatever. Just pour it.
Oh no, he already handed you 2 cups because you asked for 2.
Okay.
That was me talking, not as Glitch.
2
but
filled cups, right?
Yeah, 2 filled
Okay.
cups. Explaining it to those who may have forgotten about what was available here for drink. I was kind of, you know, explaining that for anyone who missed it.
I both forgot as Cindian, and I know as Deke, he would just like want earth drinks. So he would say whiskey or beer. So
No, it's all good. I'm trying to make sure we're clear for everyone on that, is all.
Yeah.
So as soon as you said, just give me drinks, he literally just, at that point, handed them to you. Have a nice drink. And for those who are missing, the bartender who was originally here, anyone missed it since it's been a few episodes, used to be a arachnid bartender here that is indisposed and was replaced by a glitchy robot bartender who was quickly thrown together.
Very offended.
You're offended that you replaced the bartender?
No, I'm not. I was just saying that just to be funny. Yeah. No, I am offended. Yes, like that was very painful. That's very painful for me. We lost 2 party members over that bartender.
So, if there's anything else you want to do, Cindian or Deke, let me know. I wanted to.
I'm good for now.
I wanted to get that going since that one would probably be fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
And the other ones, who knows how straightforward they're not going to be. So.
Because what's the plan? Kukos?
Oh, what?
What's the plan?
I'm still wrapping my head around all this advanced race stuff we just dealt with.
Are we going to follow the science team, or where are we going to go?
Well, what's our other option other than following the science team?
Following the guys at the tavern?
Let's go to the science team.
Alright, I follow Kukos.
Okay. So you follow the others. Hey, ISO. Welcome. Thanks, man. So you guys get to the professor's research division area there, and are able to partake in the undertakings you so wish. Which area of focus are you going to undertake? That would be for H8, Dax, Zal, and how do you say your name? I keep saying it wrong. Kuzak. I keep thinking like Kuzuk or Kuz, so I have to look at it to remind myself to say it correctly. So, Kuzak.
So for Dax, it'd be the language, just trying to translate and work with all the things that we found. Try to have some sort of codex that they can use for anything else on the planet. I imagine I'd need H8's help for that.
I was gonna say that
he has
H8 would definitely
full
be
understanding of the language. Where
H8 would definitely be helpful.
Well, it makes sense.
Like knowing the alphabet and then knowing the.
but I mean, it makes sense. The way he understands the language is just, as the language, where you are organic. How most organic beings understand a language is via basically translating into your language and understanding it and going from there. And since he had the, cultural information downloaded to his mind, he can evaluate it with that. So yeah, you guys start working on that. You have the book from the first place, and you have the scraps of paper, parchment, whatever it is, from the second place as things in language, and then you also have the ability to write the information down to share with the group here so they can continue. So you guys are working on that. We'll have you do some rolls to see how well you do on that in just a minute. Zal and Kuzak, what are you guys doing during this time?
Kuzak is probably trying to wrap his brain around all this stuff at the moment. And he's trying to see if there's anything from what he's learned out of his experience and from this technology that he could use to better hide himself away from the people trying to kill him.
Okay. Sal?
I just followed Kukux around, you know, like just, he said he wants to go over to the science team, so I'm like, okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
When I get to the science tent, I walk in, you know, and I offer my assistance. I don't know if you want to roll that out or what, you know, if there's anything I can help with, but I just offer my assistance.
I didn't know if there's something particular you want to assist in, or if you just generically want to assist.
Just the investigation of the planet's history is what I was thinking. You know,
Okay.
like to have expertise in investigation. I thought I could maybe use that to, you know, kind of jumpstart that. And I just bought X Inspiration on your Twitch, so I can reroll it if I need to.
How'd you buy inspiration?
I resubbed.
Oh, it didn't show that you resubbed.
Figures. I just did. It hit my card, so I can tell you it did.
No, I didn't say I don't believe you. I just said it didn't show. I'm saying it's odd that it didn't show.
Yeah, it said now I can just gift a sub. I just resubbed. So I'm not. But we don't need to get into that right now. I didn't do it for brownie points.
Yeah, no, I know.
I did it.
I appreciate it.
You know, like reroll this.
So you got a 15?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
what's that total?
No, I haven't rolled yet. That was just
me moving the dice
around. Oh, I got a 7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Investigation is so plus 8. So I got a 16. I'll re-roll that with the gift sub, with the sub I just got. I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right with you. You know, it didn't show up for some reason, but your computer's running slow, so maybe that's why.
If you click in chat, it should give you the option to make sure it's notified.
So that's much better. I got 24 on that one. Try to figure out some of the history of the planet. Try to understand because of Zal's extensive education. Being like kept into basically a one-room box by himself with only his teachers. He's been extensively educated, you know, to the point that, you know, education is all he understands now. You know, like, but he's finally getting to put his education out into this world, you know. So he's really excited, even though he never would show it because he thinks that he's too much above everybody to show emotions and all that stuff.
Get to that results in a minute, so let's get everyone's rolls.
24 is the roll.
Okay, 24 for you. Kuzak, you said you wanted to work on just seeing if any of this stuff could aid in your avoiding. And I know we talked about the other individual that you talked about at some point. So if you decide kind of what you want to do, let me know. But on Kuzak here, with that, yeah, roll an investigation, I think it would be, or a science.
That is 16.
Okay. And then H8 and Dax, you two are working together, so one can roll at advantage, or you can roll separately.
It's up to you, Dax.
For yours, it would be a generic int check, and it's not so much a pass or fail. It's the higher you get, the better the information you're able to write down for the translation.
Hey. I'll take that. Generic int. So that'd be 24.
Yeah, so you actually are able to write down a cipher fairly accurately and get that to them. And it doesn't take you long to do it with a roll like that. You're able to do it fairly rapidly. And it will benefit them greatly on being able to understand things here now.
Yay.
With H8's help, you're also able to put down from him, he relays to you some of the cultural contexts that are otherwise missed to aid in understanding what the words mean, not just transliterate.
And while we're doing it, I'd be like, well, that would have been nice to know earlier.
Yeah.
It seems what the bit I got was missing some key information.
Hey, you weren't quite configured to handle upload of data the same.
Yeah. Might be
Um,
able to now, though.
that's a different topic, yeah. He literally, being a machine, his whole existence is the upload of data, and so that's why there's a nice difference. And he got the fear of losing vital pieces of himself.
Bad I did.
And that was something that I was going to let you figure out for yourself if you could get back or not. And luckily you did.
Cool. I mean, it would have really sucked if I couldn't.
Yeah. Well,
but it would have actually been better because I would have eventually gotten them back somehow.
Right. And that's why I didn't tell H8 or ISO, how to do it.
Right.
I kind of let you discover it and search for it to, have the return be valued a little more than just be like, oh yeah, you can do it. If you work for it, it seems to have better value, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, you're able to get that down. Zal, with
Yes.
looking through this stuff, you're having a really hard time of it. And then you get told that there's a cipher that could potentially help you translate some of the info. And you're able to piece bits and pieces together. You're not sure the full context. But you get the gist that time went on, they developed up, they built these cities, and then at some point something happened, and there was an exodus from the planet, and then like a catastrophe for the civilization, and things went quiet.
Do they have any information on the civilization that was on the planet? What were they made of? What races were they made of? Any information on that?
That has actually already been categorized as 6 reptilian entities that made up the conglomerate of this race.
Sorry if I missed that in the previous game.
It was in episode, what was it, like 5?
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry
it was
if I
mentioned in like a couple of the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're reptilian species, plural.
Okay, great.
And
Great.
there is 6 different races, species within that.
Yeah. Okay.
And
say no more. Okay, we got it. All right. So, what am I able to decipher? Just that they learned what they had a catastrophe at some point.
They developed, and then at one point they had a bit of an exodus from the planet, going adventuring, exploring, scared of something here, uncertain what the exodus was for because that piece is missing.
Okay.
And then a bit after that, there was some catastrophe. And that's it. It's just
Kitty,
dead.
Kitty, get from behind there. Get out from it. You two both. I'm sorry.
There's no kitty that I'm aware of here in the
My
science.
cat and my dog are fighting behind my computer. I'm sorry.
Well, it sounds like you need tranquilizers.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I'll walk over to Dax and H8, and I will offer the information that you just shared with me to them. About the what I've learned from the investigation, and maybe they already knew that, maybe they didn't, but I'll share it with them anyway.
Kuzak.
Yep.
You're not able to find anything that would directly help. However, you know that if you can get someone with some technical capabilities, you might be able to potentially work with him to build some programmatical aspects that could assist in scrubbing. And try to cover some of your tracks, do some alteration. But that's going to be a bit of a long-term endeavor.
Yep.
And it's going to require science and computer skill.
Alrighty.
Don't know what all skills you have.
I have a little bit of science, and
Okay, doesn't look like you have computer.
no.
So you're going to need to get someone with computer to help you on that, to be able to make progress and try to go that route. Because this is actually going to require proficiency in it to undertake. It's a very complex task. So, that being said, is there anything else the rest of you want to do?
I'm solid. I'm solid.
Okay.
I sent you a message, Dime. Quick question.
Sorry, it wasn't showing the notification. There's a good potential for that, which you messaged. We'd have to discuss it a little bit, but yeah, something like that can definitely be done.
Yeah. Would I have to do the other thing we talked about first before?
No,
Okay.
it's just a little bit more complicated than just a blank yes or no answer. So I was going to try to chat with you briefly after the episode tonight if you have a few minutes.
Yep.
Oh. Alright. Any other undertakings you guys want to try, or do you want to call it for the day and hit the hay and see what tomorrow brings?
I'm debating if Dax would sleep or not, or if he'd just be in the air with everyone else the whole time.
They do take rest because I know that productivity declines greatly when you lack your rest of a clear mind. It's up to you. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just telling you what they are doing.
Dax would be in here until they all started taking breaks then.
Okay. Yeah, dinner rolls around and they start fizzling out, going to the cantina to get food.
Yeah, H8 points out and says, "Don't you have to eat too?"
It's kind of like looking at the time. Oh, yeah, I guess I do. All right. Disappointed. Just disappointed tone and hovers out.
It just goes, "It'll be here tomorrow."
Oh
But there's so
my.
much.
There is.
You need to eat and you need to sleep. Because you're squishy.
Fine.
So Dax. So Dax. Don't make me leave the technology stuff.
I mean, part of him wants to go back to the outpost because there's still a ton he could learn from there. There's so much he could do in that science lab.
Which one?
The one that I was in.
There's a few of them, was the point. There's the other one you guys found that was basically empty, and then there's the
All
one
of
that.
them.
Then there's
He
the
could
one.
spend years there.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's the actual functional one that's back under the water, and then there's the one that's here at the camp.
Right.
So, you guys get to eat, you get to sleep, you wake up the next morning, and you all have a notification on your devices. Congratulations on successfully performing your duties for the Galactic Academy. You've been awarded with some shore leave.
Oh.
If you would like, you may designate a location and you can receive transit to that as a group or individually.
Oh.
Well, I'm just gonna go wherever Dax goes, so.
Yeah, I figured.
It's okay, then there'll be a lot more to start caressing you with their tentacles.
No, stop that.
That's true. That's true. They'll be very interested in you.
That's all I was saying.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Ships just packed full of octopus people.
As a player, I'm just like, no. Wait a second. That's setting up something for later. I don't like it.
Our whole family is the cephalopods.
Your whole race, your whole home is just all cephalopods.
I know, it's great. But yeah, in that case, I don't know. Like he's like, yeah, I want to go home, but there's so much to do here.
Your mom did say she needs you to come home at some point.
Yeah, I gotta go visit the family.
And I think...
I already spent all the years at Galactic Academy, so...
Yep.
Sure, I've been away a while.
maybe even at this moment, you're kind of thinking about family because of the way I spoke of the person who basically created me.
Right. Well, that and I have some information and possibly useful tech.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out.
And Deke probably wouldn't mind checking on his family, if I remember correctly.
I have no idea about Killian.
I'm not sure either. And then... Zal probably doesn't. What's up, Deke?
I was muted. Realized. Yeah, he's got a mother and a brother back on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know have I seen the profiles from everybody on the team?
The basic profile, yes.
So I would actually be interested in going to see Deke's family because I'm from Gaia 3, which is a copy of Earth. You know, like
They terraformed it to be Earth-like, yeah.
they terraformed it to be Earth-like, and and the majority of my planet is human. The fungus are a minority, you know. So I actually could be interested in going to see Deke's family with him. You know, like. Just to see how on Earth another human mammal family lives, you know, like.
You could ask him.
I was just putting it out there, you know, like that's a possibility.
Well, why doesn't Sal ask him?
Okay. You're a Deke, correct?
I am.
I am from Gaia 3. It's terraformed to be an Earth-like planet. It's mainly populated by humans. The fungus that lives there, or the Ubuntu that lives there, are a minority of the species. I'd be curious to see what a complete human family looks like. Would I be able to come to your house? I will operate with complete and utter manners and be very, very respectful to your home, as I am treated as a guest.
I don't know about that. I mean, you can come to Earth, but if I'm going to go see my family, I'm going to see my family by myself.
I understand that. Would you be willing to let me accompany you to your family? Perhaps Kazuk could come with me to mediate my shortcomings in the relationship department, in the emotional department. I seem to have a shortcoming when it comes to these humans.
Yeah, I have to think about this one.
Well, thank you for considering it.
Does Kuzak want to do anything with his shore leave?
Oh gosh. Is it specifically we have to go back to Earth, or do we have to go back
No, you have shore leave. Dax is saying that he's probably going to go back to his flotilla and visit his race. Deke is going to go back to Earth because that's where his family is. It is basically you're allotted a bit of time to do whatever. You're given a respite.
Yeah, Kuzak will try and establish a safe place, or he can go to one he knows of, I guess, to meet with his. Well, I mean, he's the heir, so I would guess he's gonna. He can't go back to his home planet, or else he's gonna literally be.
Right.
Maybe like seventh son removed or something like that. You know, like you're like way away from the throne.
So somewhere he can go where he can communicate with his father, and
Sure.
and whoever is left alive else in
Your
the family.
family has dealings with Galactic Academy, so if you want to have them transmit a message, they could actually send the request for you to have them meet you at a Galactic Academy location. And it wouldn't actually necessarily need to say, hey, Kuzak says to come here. It could just be, hey, you're invited to the Galactic Academy, this location, this time. You know, so an official invite, not necessarily labeled as individual.
That works.
Okay. So you're going to head to a Galactic Academy University and have your family meet you there.
I catch Kuzak on the transport or something like that, and I say, Kuzak, I've approached the Mameldik and offered him my accompaniment to go to his Earth to see how other humans react and other humans behave. He did not seem exactly keen on the offer, so would I be welcome to come with you? Because I have no family on my planet.
Is there not a mushroom you could?
I'm perfectly fine studying by myself. I need no charity from you as far as friendship. You do your part. You know, you do what they said. But I was just asking. Thank you very much. Zal feels a little bit upset and a little humbled right now, and like nobody wants to, because he has no family and he just Just kind of like, man, like nobody wants, like nobody accepts me. Like it's just, he's fine with it. He's used to it. He's grown up with it his whole life. But, it's just he's a little bit. If he had emotions, he would say he was hurt.
Okay, Zell.
No, I'm not saying that. I didn't say that out loud. I was just inner monologue.
I know, but like the way, like the way he was like, okay, never mind. Forget I asked. Because it's just like.
Kuzak knows enough about cultural tendencies to know what that means.
Yeah, it's like, okay, fine, you can come, but we have to be discreet.
I'm a master of deception.
Fair enough.
All right. And then Killian has not been able to make it because of work. So I'm not sure what Killian wants to do with his time.
He's gonna follow me.
He might, if you're good with it. I didn't know if he was going to head to his family or not.
We got it from Keelan. He's gonna take
Oh.
all Deacon.
Perfect. I didn't know you got it from him.
Yeah, he just got back with me.
No, that's cool. I didn't know that, so yeah, that works.
That's probably the only person Deacon would let tag along anyway, since they trained together for years.
I mean, there is that. They're frenemies.
Pretty much.
They're the typical oh my god, I can't think of words right now.
Rivals?
Yeah, rival.
Well, they're not exactly rivals at the same time. I mean, they are a bit, but
No, they're like Goku and Vegeta. Like they just I mean, I hate to say it, but that's kind of like what I was thinking.
what do you think, Deke? Is that valid?
From the original Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
So one of you trying to blow up the world?
No, it's just basically like they're just always trying to one up each other.
Alright.
No, that's what I was saying. They're a bit of frenemies, is what I was saying, because they kind of have this competition going. They like each other, they see each other's value, but they also are trying to, like you said, one up each other.
Yeah.
Hey, I can be better. But also, they probably see the value in that because it's driving them to be better, because they're always pushing themselves, and so they can see the value in having the other around to always push them to be better.
Yeah.
The best part about that is that it wasn't planned at all.
I know.
Oh, that is cool.
It kind of just happened, and that's part of what is about brilliant and amazing and just what makes this game awesome. So, you guys put in your destination requests and are notified you have 1 day remaining before transport arrives.
Eat.
So you have 1 more day in camp, and then you will go to your various destinations. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
And so we have a full day after resting here?
Yes. You wake
All
up. So you get back, you did this stuff yesterday, you rest, you wake up. You have today to get your stuff done before your transport will arrive for that transport request you put in.
Well, Dex will definitely check in on the research camp. But he might also finally remember about Glitch in the bar and go there to see if he's allowed to tinker with him and maybe fix him a little bit.
It's up to you. Would that be something Dax would remember? I mean, if he goes there to eat his meals, he would see him.
At the same time, he's just so focused on this stuff right now. Nope, we're gonna go with that role of saying no. He's way too distracted by the alien research at the moment.
Okay. Because, I mean, there's the option that is the main place to get your meals. That if you would go there to get your meals, you'd be in front of you.
And eat for breakfast, basically.
Yeah, but then I'd just tinker with him instead of eating. Unless someone stopped me.
That is.
H8.
I mean, that That is true. No, but that is true because honestly, he even when he's at the camp, he's still just eating rations as he's like working on something.
Sometimes, yeah.
He
How
doesn't,
do you
he doesn't
survive
really
this?
ever go.
I just need nutrients. That's it. It's fine.
In the morning when it's time to eat breakfast, Zal walks around the base of the camp near the organic life where the organic light where the jungle starts to come up. He just walks around there and starts consuming organic matter to, like just.
I mean, you got whole jungles you can take out right now. So
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Plenty of food. Plenty of food.
I mean, I don't want to get too far away from camp without the crew and all this stuff, and so he just walks around that outside perimeter and just.
So instead of going and getting food at the other designated locations, he's just gonna walk. He's just gonna take a walk in the forest and enjoy his meal as he walks.
Really, all you have to do is go to like the refuse of the cafeteria or whatever, the mess hall, and just eat there. You could absorb all that. They'd probably be thankful that it's gone.
Food waste no more.
Exactly.
Kind of fresh,
and you can spore it up and grow all kinds of mushrooms in there.
Oh, I can drop spores too, D. Because HA didn't follow me.
Oh, that's right. H8 just wouldn't eat, obviously, because he doesn't need to.
What?
It's one of those things like imagine like most of the food available here probably isn't to my taste anyways. So it's just like it's nutrients. I need it to survive. That's whatever.
I mean, H8.
Once I get back to the fleet, I'll probably have a very nice meal.
H8 finds all of
To
it
me, nice
kind of
meal.
disgusting.
Of
like,
course.
oh, you put that stuff in you, like.
So everyone else is probably like eating, like synth eggs or something like that. And you have Dax over here who doesn't bother with any of that and just gets the pure like protein paste excretion, which is like,
whatever fuels
Matrix,
you the best.
The Matrix like watery cream of wheat gruel that they dish out. Yeah, that
oats.
Everyone else is like eating, like synth bacon and eggs, which, at least is somewhat resembling food. And then you have Dax over here. It's just like that paste, and he's just like.
Whatever fuels my brain the best, that's what I'm eating. And this location, anyways. This is work time, not relax time.
So, yeah, it's up to you what you want to do for the day. And then tomorrow you guys get shipped off planet.
I don't do anything. Deke's lazy.
Don't even check in on the brain. The brain. What do they call those? I can't. I know there's like an official name for like the labs and stuff. That I just cannot remember right now.
So what?
Laboratory. What are you talking about? I need I need
like a more military sci-fi. Yeah.
I'll go back to where I was using the cipher to just look through the books and see if there's anything else I can find. You can just tell me if I don't need to roll for that. I understand.
I want to get what everyone wants to do, and then I'll determine what rolls need to be made.
Great.
So you're gonna relook at documents and.
Yeah, I can't just sit around on my mushrooms.
I mean, you could.
He's gonna go back to the research camp, help the professor and everyone else as long as he can.
That's what Dax is gonna do? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and obviously HA follows and helps as much as he can.
Oh yeah, did you get anything else from the professor?
Huh?
I mean, he confirmed your memory, but
yeah, I don't remember if we had the conversation or not.
We did. Well, a conversation. I'm
Right.
not sure if it finished though.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, on that, talking to the professor, he does confirm that yes, he was there and found you, and that there was, what he told you was there was a skeleton
Right.
in the corner.
Okay, I
He
do
showed
remember
you his recording, and that he couldn't identify the species of it or anything.
that. Right.
And he couldn't, there's some component that he couldn't get activated within you.
Yeah.
Because it
Right.
like wasn't mechanical or something. And so he brought you back to the Galactic Academy.
And didn't I make it a point to have H8 share this information with Dax? Or
Mhm.
did we not get to that point? Okay.
I thought you said you're going to or did.
You shared the video of like you being worked on.
Right, all the
But I
videos
don't-
we've worked on.
Right.
Oh, that's right. But I
But
don't
you didn't share
know
anything else.
if I shared, that detail that there's a piece of me that's basically unrecognizable.
I mean, I might have seen that since you shared the schematic and everything, plus the video. So
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
That piece actually is missing from the schematic.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. It was missing from the schematic.
Which is why you had to include the other videos, I think.
I don't know if he showed you his discovery or not. I'd leave that up to you, H8, if you had shared that with him.
I would tell him
Okay.
because I know he's smarter than me. So like any piece of me that he might be able to like improve or figure out,
Mhm.
like I would always kind of share those kind of things with him, but not
Okay.
the personal stuff.
Well, I didn't know if getting discovered in that would count as personal or not too. That's why I was asking.
In fact, we can even play it as like as we're walking to the scientist thing. I was like, HA actually like stops and is like, oh, you should probably know this. because I'm imagining back when we first arrived, we had the conversation, all that. As soon as we were done telling the professor everything, like Dax would probably just go straight to go help decipher the language and write it
He
down.
was excited as
Yeah.
at that point in time. So yeah.
So like HA was just like, okay.
Yeah, so on your way there
Guess
from
we're doing this
breakfast.
now.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So now the next day, I'm like, oh, yeah. So I have there's something unrecognizable in me, like, and share whatever data I could.
That didn't even show up in the super in-depth scans from their scanner
Nope.
at the outpost.
Oh no. Right?
Because he was scanned by the outpost as well, I thought.
I think he just went with you. He didn't get scanned.
I thought he got scanned
didn't
by
get
the
scanned.
overseer, and that's how he got fixed. And
The
got
overseer
intelligence
scanned him. It wasn't the scan device that you stepped into.
Right, but I thought he shared that scan with him.
He
that's
did
what
get
he
a
gave to
copy of
me
it. You're
later.
right. You're right. The device shows up as like almost a empty zone on there.
It's like looking at an X-ray and there's like a tumor.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got a black box. Got it.
And you actually notice it's an orb shape.
Chemo's the only treatment.
And some of
Oh,
his
yeah.
main
So-
components connect to it directly.
That's what I was
Okay.
gonna ask. Is if do I actually have like a panel I can take off real quick, or is it so deep down?
Not
that,
now.
Like, wait, what do you mean? Oh,
Well-
not now. Like I can't do it right now.
Your panels, Dax would actually notice this as he's looking at you closer. Your panels have been actually fused in a much better degree than they had ever been before.
That's new.
It's almost like it almost looks like you're bent out of a pure sheet of metal now instead of actually put together.
Like the solders aren't even there anymore.
Yeah, that's how well you were stitched back together.
Does that give him +1 to armor?
He hasn't been in combat. He doesn't know.
Oh, shoot. Is this why we haven't been in combat for like 3
geez.
games?
No, that's just because there's a
No, I'm
lot to
kidding.
talk about.
Little teaser. Or not. or he's just playing with me.
Well, okay, so with that information, I'd be like, well, that's extremely interesting, but unfortunately, I don't think we have the tools here for me to take a closer look. We might have to go back to the outpost, or maybe my fleet will have something that would work. We'll have to find out.
Via the scan, you can tell it is fairly deep within. It's not just like you remove a panel and it's right there sitting exposed.
Gotcha.
Right.
It was moved in the interior.
Okay. Probably shouldn't mess with it too much, though, until we know what it is.
Oh, and by the way, I imagine this, if this is okay with Deem, I imagine it to be in the stomach area. I don't know why. I just always imagined it there.
That can work. I was thinking it'd be more like chest area, but stomach works.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone does chest.
I was thinking kind of like, you know,
And I go
heart.
with my gut. I know that was so bad.
He doesn't follow his heart, he just goes with his gut feeling.
Yep.
hey, that's fine. It works.
Get out.
I know it was so bad.
All right, we are about close to the halfway mark. Did you guys want to take a 5-minute break? Grab a drink and everything?
I actually could use the bathroom, actually.
Sure.
Okay, then we'll pop our 5 and then we'll jump back in and kick things off. Thank you all for viewing and being here. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Time for some more fun and more entertainment. Now, we'd left off with H8 providing his details to his compatriot Tax. And heading for the science building to continue their endeavors.
I finally remember the word I was thinking of before. Think tank. A think tank.
Think tank.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's just totally slipped my mind, but yeah.
Go for it.
Big Mountain.
You and your penis hands.
What?
Huh?
That's left field.
What is going on?
Most people don't
Like
know
a
about
ball.
that.
Like a ball.
You might want to clarify that.
It's from New Vegas.
I was going to say, out of context, that's really odd.
Yeah, it's the DLC out of New Vegas.
Oh, the DLC. I was about to say, like, I played New Vegas, and I think I would have remembered that.
Why is the name of the DLC escaping me?
Big Mountain. It's the Great Empty.
That's not what
Old
it's
World
called, though.
Blues.
Old World Blues, yes. Thank you.
Is that from? Oh, hey, never mind. I'll tell you after the stream.
Old World Blues is the actual name of the DLC, and it's where you get transported to the Big Empty, which is its slang name. It's Big Mountain is its name, but the mountain itself got evaporated, and there's a bunch of brains in jars floating robots that are the greatest minds of the previous age.
Huh. Did I never play that?
And they were created there as a think tank.
Yeah,
That was their whole
surprising, too.
existence.
Oh, wow.
They are. They're also from CIT, the same organization that Robert House is from, and where the Institute in Fallout 4 are from.
Yes, all the problems are from.
Harvard.
Fun stuff.
Some of the things on the wiki look familiar, but it's also been like, I don't know,
Do you have
11 years since I played it, if I did.
Well, that's where you get to meet Muggy, and you find out all your body parts have been replaced, and you have to go collect them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
And there's a toaster who wants to take over the world and destroy it.
yeah.
Okay, that I remember.
And a light switch that tries to seduce you all the time.
Right. It's
Okay, now I want to play it again.
No, I know. I actually was doing a playthrough of New Vegas on the channel, but there was no views for it, so I stopped. And it was actually, I was doing Tale of Two Wastelands.
Ooh,
And
nice.
the guy literally killed nothing.
Wait, what?
The character killed nothing.
Oh, a pacifist?
No, not a pacifist. He just didn't kill anything. I didn't say he didn't get things killed. I said he didn't kill anything.
He
So
was a pacifist. And his
Sort of.
companions were not pacifists.
you know in the beginning how you get the BB gun and you're supposed to shoot the rad roach?
Yeah.
How do you get around that? Because you cannot
Shoot your
continue the
dad.
game. No, you cannot continue the game until you kill the rad roach.
Yeah, you can't.
So how did I get around it?
In the base game.
Well, he modified the robot, Andy, and had Andy go down with him, and Andy killed the rad roach.
Oh, wow.
Is that
Wow.
doable in the base game?
There's a glitch on PS3.
Play modded a little bit.
Oh. Okay.
There was a glitch on PS3 if you downloaded the mod and the DLC at the same time on PS3, it would glitch out and wouldn't let you get past the first mission. Because me and my girlfriend were going to spend a weekend playing it. We were just like, hey, let's do this, you know? And it was like, and we installed it and it wouldn't work. And I finally did enough research and I found it.
But
it's a glitch.
The whole character's build required actually the mod because he was a robot wrangler, and that's what he did for companions. Was he had robots, and that's how things were done. Whenever there was combat, he would just like duck and hide, and let the robots do all the work. So he. You've played Fallout 2. You know the guy who made Jet.
No, I don't play any Fallouts.
Yeah.
How he's a big brainiac. You know how like Robert House is a big brainiac. Well, kind of get those kind of personalities for that guy. Yeah, exactly. Kind of get some of those sort of personalities for this guy. That he's very smart, very capable. He's not against people dying. He just doesn't do it. He's okay making weapons. Like he would get along great with the gun runners because he would sell them, you know, all the weapons. He just doesn't use them.
Was it Myron or Byron?
Myron.
I think it's Myron.
Myron. Yes.
Cass.
And yeah, so
he would have fit right in.
Yes. Oh yes, he would have.
Yeah.
So no, the character literally had it where he would not actually engage in combat. The most he would do in combat is pull out his wrench to fix the robots, and run up and like repair them and like run back and hide. So yeah, it was fun, but neither here nor there. Back to the story.
I should try something like that. I've never done like a everybody else kill for me type run.
Oh, it's so fun to actually like think of a character, like an actual storyline to build within the story, and just stick with it. It totally changes the game up.
Any game where you play a healer, that is exactly what the thing is. Let everyone else kill for you, and you just do your own thing.
I mean, it's an option.
Always play support.
The last time I played anything similar to that was like Necromancer in D2.
I mean, well, yeah.
You still kind of kill things.
Yeah, but then you poison Nova and just slaughter a whole map, so, you know.
Yeah.
But Dax and H8 walk back into the science division now that we got way sidetracked. The fun of the game.
Into a bar?
Right? I don't think it's a barn or a bar or anything like that. I think it's a tech building, science building. But
there's a joke in here somewhere.
There could be. It all started with Dax talking about think tank is the problem. So you guys walk back into the main research building for your undertakings. Anything else? Anything particular you want to do, or just help out?
I mean, at this point, it'd just be helping out, and then actually, what information? Like, is GA still working on constantly transferring data between the two? Or can we get some information from her for the other places here? Oh wait, if we're leaving, we don't really need to worry about it.
Yeah. Not for now, at least. Yeah, so just, I mean, H8's basically...
I mean, I might try to get some information on the temporal anomaly that aged me by a few years, but...
Okay. Roll a investigation.
Here. Okay.
And if you have computer skill, you can add that as well.
Oh, 5, really?
Also, it should be advantage because I'm going to help with whatever he's doing. I mean, if that's correct.
I mean, if not, I'm using one of my inspirations. Hey, look, inspiration. How are you?
Can you use an inspiration on?
Oh my god!
It's
whatever. 14.
It's a vague. They don't really do well at saying.
I mean,
so it tends to be up to DM discretion. I can allow it in this case.
He literally got 2 points from it, so
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I said that.
I got a
It's-
+7 for investigation.
So, you're not sure what all entails, but you're able to determine that that blast was from their power system exploding. Which probably makes you scratch your head how, to you, the main power system is light, so how light storage could detonate and cause an explosion.
By utilizing a miniature sun instead, but anyways.
But how would it warp time? How does light warp time?
Have to figure that one out.
Now that you've been part of Galactic Academy, you do know that some aquatic races, like Kuzak's next to you, his uses heat instead of light. And then most surface dwellers, the mammalian breeds and such, tend to use electricity for energy and data storage. Or computational aspects anyways.
Right. No. I'll have to think on that one. Well, after that okay roll, it's back to helping the think tank over here.
It takes you a bit of time doing the processing, looking through the data.
I have a whole day to burn, so and we can't, get anywhere else in a day and get back. So
No.
I do.
Otherwise, I'd be
I
like,
do
let's go to
put,
the outpost.
I do want to put this image in your mind, though. You have Dax there going over things, and then towering over him, you have this giant metal robot pointing out things. Yeah, like, oh no, but this is this and this is that. I just wanted to put that image in your head.
You just got like the light show that is Dax, since if it's H8, he doesn't really have to talk.
Actually,
then you have like flashing eyes of H8. As
Actually,
looking at each other.
sorry, I'm eating chips, but actually, H8 prefers to talk now that he can.
Oh,
So
okay.
like you have the light show going out, and then him just like talking to you.
That works. That's fine with me now.
It is funny.
Although part of him's like, speech is inefficient.
It's basically like I kind of have a new toy. It's still new to me,
You're right.
so I'm using it.
That's fair.
Use it or lose it. So, that's what's going on with H8 and Dax. Deke, Killian, I think is still out. Zal and Kuzak. Anything for you?
I want to ask Zal. I want to ask Kuzak, is there anything we need to bring for the trip?
Well,
According to some earthly customs, we was to provide gifts for your family.
the greatest gift I could give my family is knowing that I am not dead yet.
That sounds like a wonderful gift. I don't know what that means. Inner monologue. I don't even know what that means.
But would you be wearing a puzzled face or not?
What I say, I just say what I said, and I just inner monologue that I don't really know what that means. That you're not dead yet. We're organics. We always live. We live forever. Whenever we just pass, we come right back. You know, it doesn't really matter. You know.
All right. Anything for you, Kazak?
If I know that the place I'm going to is secure, at least as far as Galactic Academy things happen, I still want to cover my ass. So,
Tends to be what you were parents for.
do I know if there's anywhere here? Maybe I can ask for some additional security, considering my noble background.
Not here. You could potentially petition to try to get some additional security on station.
Don't forget you're bringing in the heater.
But they don't really have any here on planet side.
And I will assume that Zal is my backup, and that he will protect me in case anything goes wrong.
Or so will.
It's a valid reason to bring him along, at least.
No.
Watch my back! Alright. Deke, anything else for you?
I don't think so. I mean, are we, we're still on the planet, right?
Yeah, this is the day before you leave. You're told that transport's inbound.
Yeah, I'm still just waiting for the transport, really. Kelly and I are doing our thing.
Alright. The next day comes.
Out of character right now, but it's funny that like 3 sessions ago, this is all Cass could wait for, and he's dead now. But this is what Cass has been waiting for so long.
To get off planet, yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
And no, he can't. Well, I mean, you.
Oh, he did.
Cass did get off planet earlier than us.
He got off before any of you did.
That's right. Yeah.
He got to leave with Kai.
That's trashy jokes. Oh,
Didn't I tell you to leave, Iso? Get out. I told you to leave forever ago. Get out.
I'm sorry, okay? I got jokes sometimes. They're not always good, but they're jokes.
So, the next day arrives. You all are able to head to the landing pad to take your shuttle off.
Just standard Galactic Academy shuttles.
Yep.
Okay.
little communicator should tell us where to go, right?
You get a notification that the transport's waiting you.
Okay, I just
Please proceed to dock 46 or something like that.
There's dock 1 and there's dock 2.
No, there's
landing pad 1 and 2.
There's landing pad 1.
And they rotate out.
And it's just it's a time thing. Okay, yeah.
Well, there's enough room that you can probably get the 3 small shuttles to land, since they're not big ones. Like, they're
Or are we
very
shuttling
small.
to a jump ship?
Yes.
Basically.
Nice.
We kind of glossed over that on the way here.
Trying to jump across galaxies in a shuttle is bad.
Depends on the shuttle, but yeah, in most cases, yes, it's a bad idea.
To accelerate things on the way here, we didn't really talk about it. But
Well, you could just tell us now. Like,
I know.
as it's happening.
But now we'll get into a little bit more of what you see in that. As your shuttles lift off, there's 3 of them, since you're going to 3 different destinations. You go up, and there's this large vessel that you dock with. That large vessel is the delivery vessel. It has hundreds of other vessels within it. This is one of the special farrier systems of the Galactic Academy. They have a subgroup that they use for themselves only, for those who pay them a severe premium. Most people use hyperspace to travel, and it takes a while. These ships somehow seem to make the trip much more rapidly.
Are you talking like Dune jump ship?
Maybe.
Ooh.
So is there like FTL and then there's even faster than that?
There's FTL, which is what most of the galaxy uses. And then Galactic Academy, no one knows how they do it. The Galactic Academy has a few vessels that have been labeled like slip vessels or something like that, and they don't take FTL speeds to get places. They do it faster.
How faster?
Much faster.
Can't be faster than light speed.
Can you give me a percentage faster?
Not really, because the number
2.0
isn't functional at that point.
Oh. So you're talking about almost like instantly.
Is this more
Yeah.
Well, you have you have
Okay.
your Star Trek warp speeds, and then you have Dune jumping, and we're BattleTech jumping as well, but they have a distance limit.
Honestly, Star Trek now in Star Trek Discovery, they have a system that is like instant.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's just you say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's, you have Star Wars where you have that speed, right?
Right.
And it takes a while. You actually are in the hyperlanes for a while to get to your destination.
We're going at ludicrous speed. Spaceballs.
Well, that's actually not quite, because as was mentioned, it's more the manipulation of time-space. Star Wars, in the Saga edition, actually had the ability that you could potentially get where you could actually fold time-space and go from one spot to another. Very similar.
Create gravity, right?
Very similar to the way that the ships in Dune went, where they basically targeted their destination and basically opened a rift between time-space and just skipped through.
Wormhole?
Yeah.
No one knows now how this happens. Like it's a secret, basically, like secret technology.
Which actually you guys could have taken the ability had you found it in the documents provided. But there actually is a class that has the capability that I'm using for GA to have the ships that do this. It's just not very common.
You have to make gravity more dense, and then where the space-time will fold, right? That's the theory on it.
Something like that. What matters is they do it. So,
Wild.
you get onto the ship, your shuttle's dock, and then you feel like vertigo. Moments later, you feel kind of the reverse, where you feel pressure. And you see two more of these large ships nearby, as well as a very large main base of Galactic Academy. This is one of their major beacon facilities. They have a few of these throughout the galaxy that are major. If you remember, most ships are built as small as possible. Your crew cabins are like little tubes that you sleep in, right? Because resource requirements. Well,
right.
That being said, there are a few basically space cities that are held by Galactic Academy throughout the universe.
Because of the Galactic Academy.
Because they're so long-standing and they have such a high acquisition on things. There's only a handful of them in the galaxy, and this is one of them. And it would be breathtaking to all of you because it is amazing, just the size and immensity of it. And it's actually the first time you guys have seen this size, except for Deke may have seen one.
Wait, so even where we graduated?
Yeah, no, this is bigger than that. You graduated from a university. This is
Okay.
a city.
This would probably be something that, like, recruits would never see.
Yeah.
Because if it's as big as I'm thinking, it's basically like almost a floating state.
Yeah.
Size.
This actually is a city where you were in a university. Those universities can actually dock on the city.
That makes it make sense to me now. Okay.
Is this more like bigger than a Mass Effect Citadel?
Probably not necessarily bigger than that, but different layout.
Citadel's a special case.
The Citadel
the
also has a lot of
stations, though,
wasted
probably.
space.
Yeah.
It more think of like Star Trek's building there, where they had all their ships dock. Kind of like that, but different shape. It's same concept where your universities could dock with this city.
Neat.
And so when they have major gatherings that they need, the universities are actually mobile, like ships. Now it takes a lot to move them and stuff because they're so massive, but they can bring everyone together and connect it. And basically, if emergency was to be had, the city could act as a docking point for the universities. And so these cities actually oversee the universities and can actually have forges for building ships and stuff, dry docks essentially, space docks, where they can actually build ships and stuff in them as well. Like, they are full functioning cities. They don't have to go to a planet. Bare necessities are created within themselves, and then they can ingest resources that are needed for other things. Like, if they need to build ships, they can ingest the raw materials and produce them within.
And just eat up the nearby asteroid belts.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a functioning city-state that just provides for itself.
Yeah. Except it also provides for others, and in turn gets accelerated resource deployment.
But it is still a GA.
Yes.
Oh my God, what was the word I was thinking? Asset.
Yes. It is fully owned, operated, maintained, and controlled by Galactic Academy. Any misconduct there will see you barred from them. Or worse.
Oh, jeez.
Your data erased.
I really hope no one tries to say or do anything to H8 in here. Or to Dax, for that matter.
Let's say, would the jump system in the city be foreign to Dax?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So the
really,
whole time we're jumping, Dax is uneasy because he's like, "Damn it, I still don't know why."
It would be uneasy, more like, I still want to know.
Exactly. Like,
trying to think about how it happens.
it's basically like you get that hyperactive kid who just loves candy, and he knows there could be candy over there, and he's like, but is it? Like, bouncing jittery.
But fortunately, I know better not to try and dig through the ship or talk to it.
Now, Paul, you know better. Don't go trying to prod and revoke our shipping rights.
But I just want to talk to it.
It's forbidden.
This octopus? No, I don't know this guy.
So, You're
Actually, I think it would be even funnier, and actually more likely, that GA would have kind of like a protective thing on their walls inside of like bays and stuff, so that the squids can't talk to it.
well. See, that's the
I wouldn't be
thing.
surprised if they helped build it.
You don't know because he hasn't touched it. But he's also not exactly too dense to know that
Right. It's just...
trying may not be recommended. The best part is if he did, what would happen is a lot of fun. So,
Jeez. Don't tell him that.
No.
2 of the shuttles leave. The other shuttle stays on this one. And you notice other resource ships and stuff going to the 3 vessels from the city, to and from these vessels. And you can see the amount of resources being transmitted is billions of credits worth.
I say that as a player, not as HA, because HA has no use for money.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
You probably didn't even hear me. I just went
Oh.
Just a
man,
yeah,
that's a
exasperation.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, H8 probably would also be kind of astounded at just how much the Galactic
How much
Academy
raw
has
material.
and moves, and just calculating the amount of energy that is just expended in a mere second looking out the window is immense, just from the ship's thrusters driving around delivering and doing their tasks.
Plus, I'd be a little. Every time I step on a ship, I'd probably be a little weirded out because of all the vibration I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably have the ability to turn that off if you want.
Do I? That's a question for D.
At least for during transport.
Roll a...
Oh, jeez. Damn it, why'd I do it? Why'd I do it?
Let's roll it in check. Let me see if I can think of a good skill that would work with it.
I mean,
He's a +3 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the 2 that I'm thinking of are history or insight for some reason. Like, I have the insight to be able to turn off something in me.
Go ahead
I don't
and
know if that
roll
works.
the d20 and we'll see what we get.
No, you gotta say it before I roll.
It's an intelligence check. There
I
you
said
go.
it's intelligence check.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. No,
I said
sorry.
intelligence. I didn't say skill. I said I'm
sorry.
looking to see if I can determine what
Yeah,
skill I feel
gotcha.
would apply. I said it's intelligence.
Oh, I believe, intelligence is right. So that's a 14.
That's enough. Yes, you are able to determine which route signals would have to be sent to turn it off and activate and deactivate it.
Or at least turn it down where it wasn't
Yeah.
annoying.
Basically, you can control accepting or not accepting, or to what degree.
The data, basically.
Kind of like a noise gate,
Okay,
like a microphone and stuff. You can either turn it off, turn it on, or throw up a gate where, hey, only sensations above this threshold.
Right, exactly. Okay, cool. So I have a comfortable trip, apparently.
Hey, I like having the dice
really
rolls.
That's really all that
Right.
that was. That's just
But-
me having a comfortable
No, it is. But you have to admit, if the die roll had failed, that could have added to the story as well. But either way,
That's true.
adds to the story, and that's why I have the die roll happen. If it's something I could see add to the story, if there's a success or failure, I feel it's worthwhile to roll, since that's kind of part of the point of the game.
Well, okay, also, I feel after gaining intelligence, I kind of know my own systems better at this point, too.
That's
So it kinda
part
adds
of
to
why
it,
it made
yeah.
sense to use intelligence.
Right.
But then that's also a part that Dax installed, so I could probably just be like, oh yeah, click.
It's potentially true.
If asked.
Right. If asked. So, you all are now on different transport vessels. And after a few hours, you get the notification over the system. Please secure yourselves. Transport's about underway. And you see a little countdown start. Just make sure, secure and all appendages are inside the ship before you lose it all. All the ships secure, and zoop, off you go to your destinations. Not knowing when, if, you'll meet each other again. Knowing that you all have served the Galactic Academy well and received your due of a nice break.
But there's so much more data to go through.
We'll see what happens.
Is this like PTO? Do I get paid?
Sort of.
I mean, they did supply off our rations and stuff while we were there, so that helps.
I did want to ask, because earlier you were talking about like what we use for XP. What was it, G, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You never said how much we got.
You're right. What does your device say?
What does it say? You're right.
It's right there on the table.
10 billion. Oh, that device.
Currently processing.
Oh, so it's taking a bit because there's so much, basically. It's calculating. Yeah. It's calculating, basically.
So somewhere between 10 and 100.
Yeah. Because I know you can't give us more than 100 at one point. I get that.
Technically could, but it wouldn't be.
Wants to, but it's unlikely.
Yeah. No, but that's
It's not prudent. I'm capable. It's not prudent.
Okay. I understand why you wouldn't. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get that you're saying that.
Yeah.
It's technically I could say congratulations, you're all level 20. Okay, now what?
Okay. Technically, you could do that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That would
but
change the game.
right, but then it goes to, well, what's the point? And that's one thing that I see an issue with some D&D games is they try to make the levels go too fast or too slow, or they do too much or too little of magic items and stuff. Or they say, yay, go get the loot, and then the money has no value. How much have you all used money?
We haven't yet at all.
We're a Galactic Academy issue.
Exactly. And
We're creating the character.
right? And how much have you had a need for money?
Hey, don't forget about the Wiggle Dagger.
And how much loot has there been?
Not much.
So
the only technical loot we've gotten has been our XP, basically.
Stuff to turn in.
yeah, and your personal modifications. Yeah. But do you feel like it's been missing?
No, not at all.
Not really.
Honestly, I'm a loot whore, so yeah.
Well, you also haven't checked your bank account.
Use the purple shotgun.
Yeah, you haven't used the shotgun in a while. That thing was beastly early on.
It is
a nice new sword.
Yeah, purple shotgun, purple sword. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for epic items.
Deke, as I said on that topic, you haven't checked your bank account. None of you have chosen to.
Wait, what?
don't think Kuzak.
We haven't needed it, so it hasn't been.
I honestly don't think Kuzak's will
I
let that
might
slide.
check if I need it. I probably won't need it on my fleet either. So no.
Is a big in the money news. I don't think Kuzak's would let that slide. You know, Kuzak's probably would.
Kuzak, did you check your bank account? Because you didn't say you did. I did say you all had one.
Well, that is something I feel like Geek would check on the way home because he's going to need funds to.
You're on your
Travel
way
around.
home.
Yep.
Kind of why I'm mentioning it now.
Okay, I check.
Deke.
Oh, jeez.
I am negative 1 billion.
No. But you're also not at a positive billion. I'm trying to remember the currency rate so I can say the actual value instead of giving you false info.
46 credits.
I believe 1 credit was 1 gold piece in this setting equivalent, right?
That's what I recall.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're running it basically on hyperlanes, so
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like Hyperlanes in the
Yeah.
beginning said the
I don't think it'd be
equivalency.
gold because just rations
just
were
credits.
credits.
No, they call them credits,
So-
but I was saying like
but it is 1 for 1.
that's what I was wondering.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 for 1, right?
I was pretty sure in Hyperlanes it was
Your
1 for 1,
plasma
and
dagger,
in
like,
Star
plasma
Wars it
swords
wasn't.
Would be enormously expensive.
I can't remember Cass. I mean, because Cass had, because being a counselor, he had a higher thing, and we had to reduce it down. So I don't remember the trade rate exactly. I do remember that being.
Well, that was from Star Wars, though.
But since
Yeah.
like
right,
Yeah.
correct.
my character only started out with like 10 credits, so I imagine it's maybe like silver or at most.
Well,
Yeah,
keep
think
in
I started out
mind-
with 14, like 144 credits or something like that, and
But it also depends on how you do everything. So
D
it's whatever.
broke it down to like 14 and a half credits or something like that, if I recall correctly.
well, the equivalent was different between the two settings. If based on what you're saying, I'm thinking Star Wars had it where each credit was like a silver or a copper,
I believe that's what you said. A silver.
and I believe Hyperlanes a credit equivalency is a gold coin in 5e.
Okay.
I will try to find out.
I'm trying to find it. I had it up, and then my computer decided to, shut everything down.
Oh, not again.
No, that time, not again.
Oh, I got
And so I'm trying to remember where the document was because, then your brain kind of decides to not function on you, and how fun that is.
I
that goes.
thought it was said before that it was a 1-to-1 with gold.
I was pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Gold simply becomes credits. Yep.
There we go. Okay.
Page 70.
Hey, see what happens when I don't drink too much?
Your mind works better.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, we started out with 10 gold. That's pretty solid.
Well, that's actually pretty standard for 5e.
Nope.
I only started with 5. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is, actually.
14 and a half, I think.
Have you looked at the starting characters for 5e?
I haven't checked it in a long time. It's been 3-4 years since I looked into it a lot.
Okay. Yeah, you actually start with somewhere in the range of 10 gold, usually, for starting wealth for characters in D&D 5e. So I'm trying to quickly pull this up here. Give me just a moment.
It's funny because HA clearly wouldn't care about money.
No.
He wouldn't think about it. But me personally, I'm very curious about how many credits I have.
Credits. What I'm seeing here is it should be, I think, about 700 credits that you currently have.
Wait, so we gained 700 credits?
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
then...
Well,
What's up?
if you get silver and stuff.
definitely gonna list it on my assets.
So yeah, you could. It's a multiple of 10 gold for most characters, except for monks.
Yeah.
Monks are poor.
Yeah. But they also are their equipment instead of needing equipment.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Save that right now. 700 creds.
Then wizards there. Wizards in 5e have it rough.
Mm-hmm. You need all this money. What do you have? None.
You need to buy hundreds and thousands of gold materials to scribe your spells.
Yeah.
Not to mention you have to spend a day to do it.
Right. And then you have to spend money on the ink. You have to spend money on the paper. You have to spend money, time to do it. You have to spend money on every component. You have to spend money on it gets pretty crazy.
So when I play it, I just click that icon that says don't require spell components.
That's not an option.
It's on Solasta.
That depends on the DM a lot.
On Solasta, on Solasta, it's only 5e. I know, like Solasta. That game, that's where I learned 5e.
Neverwinter Nights.
No, Celesta is D&D 5e SRD open source version. Yeah.
Yeah, it's SRD 5e, so they had to make up some things that wasn't in SRD. Because otherwise you have to pay licensing, and that's ridiculous.
Well, it's not even licensing. They weren't even told they were permitted to even just license it. They were just told no.
7 people. I think the whole developing team was 7 people big.
And part of that was because Wizards had already made a deal with
good game though, just get repetitive.
Baldur's Gate 3. What do you call it? Lyrian.
Alliance.
And so since they'd already made a deal with Lyrian to make that style of a game, they're like, why should we care about you trying to compete with us? No.
And then Dark Alliance turned out.
Yeah. Not bad, but not great.
No, I saw like the reviews and gameplay footage. I was like, I'll wait till it's on an extreme Steam sale, then maybe.
Or just play it when it was on Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's what I play.
Didn't notice that. I haven't checked Game Pass in a while either.
It's all good. I think it's still on there. I need to check. I stopped playing it because there's no one to play it with. I'm not going to play it by myself. It's not good enough.
I really enjoy Empire Sins. I know it's all topic, but
That's good.
I really enjoy Empire Sins.
All right, there we go.
The 1920s Prohibition Mafia. Sim. I really enjoy that game on Game Pass. If anybody wants to play it with me.
I am going to paste this here.
Where?
Just to be clear, by the way, how much credits did we gain?
I think we're about to find out.
Jesus.
Waiting.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Whew. I mean, not as H8, but
no idea what I can do with those.
Find out when we get to a place where we can actually spend credits.
Is that the amount we actually gained, or we just all have that amount now? Okay,
I'm kind of in a rough spot though because I don't use weapons or armor. So what am I going to spend those credits on?
The shiny turds.
Oh,
I have a feeling.
I have a
feeling.
Turds.
And I shouldn't even say this because I know, and as soon as I say this, D's gonna remember it, and he's gonna screw me over later. But I have to. But I am prepared to never spend a credit.
So you gave it all to Dax?
Nope.
It's just gonna pile up in your chassis.
Well, no, because it's not. It's right. It's just a credit. It's a credit. So it's like it just keeps building up, and I never even look at it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh, you hate those dungeon masters that give a thief a bag of holding right almost as soon as first couple of sessions to get the thief a bag of holding. It's like, oh.
Well, I'm guessing.
We don't need a bag of holding. We gotta,
Yeah, I'm guessing credits.
Well, I'm
are-
just talking about, you get in a fantasy game and it's like immediately the thief finds a bag of holding in the first 4 or 5 games. Like it's like what?
But I'm assuming D that it is a cloud-based thing where it's just credits. Yeah, okay. It's not a physical thing like gold. Yeah.
You can still have cloud-based pickpocketing. Someone scans you, gets your access, and swipes it. So there technically is still the ability to pickpocket.
Could I ask this out of character? Because of Zal has 18 charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Would he have the knowledge and the thing to because Kuzak was not extremely happy about him having to offer to pay for the trip for both of us. Like would that be something that I can do? With because I have the 18 charisma and knowing how to treat people from my education.
You could.
Or is that out of
but
for me?
Did you see the bill on it? Can you afford it?
No, but I do want to try to pay as long as it's okay with you. That's not. Then
Sure.
I'm out
The value for using the slip vessel is approximately 2,000 credits per jump.
I thought this was our credits. I thought that they were giving us this as a go home thing.
It was. So if you're actually going to pay for the trip, that's what it's valued
You
at.
can want to cover the expenses during the trip.
When we land on planet, like I want to try to take care of all the expenses for me and Kuzak, because of as a token of gratitude for him letting me
to cover his meals and stuff.
Some of the basic necessities are going to be covered since he's choosing to stay within Galactic Academy's base, like he's staying on there.
Okay. Well, anything else that I can pay for, just
but
let me know.
If you want to have higher grade food or room, you can pay to get an upgrade.
Absolutely. I want to just try to, I want to really take care of Kuzak because he let me come with him, and he didn't have to do that, and I understand that. I understand that, even though I can't portray that in a.
Zal would know that you can pay for an upgraded private room.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that for both me and Zal, me and Kukuk. So I want to pay for the upgraded room and upgraded meals and stuff like that.
Okay. And yeah, we'll start calculating that based on how long everything goes.
Okay, great.
But yeah, Deke, you would notice you have that funds now, which should be able to help keep your family going for a while.
Absolutely.
Probably a lot of credits for a human family.
Well, if it's equivalent to gold, then yeah.
We're talking Bitcoin here.
Not quite that far.
Well, it depends on which Bitcoin you're talking about. Or cryptocurrency, I should say, not Bitcoin.
Well, I said Bitcoin, so and I meant Bitcoin, but or Ethereum second, I own 1 Bitcoin and 6 Ethereum, so I'm definitely a day trader.
I'm rich with NFTs.
Oh God, NFTs. Oh
no, stop.
Gone full circle. We started with tech monkeys and are ending with tech monkeys.
Who's that really good guy that was on Joe Rogan show?
Oh my God, that was perfect. Oh.
So, Deke, you arrive in the space above Earth. You are now back in the solar system. It's been a while.
Yes.
You're able to board your shuttle and head on down. The nice thing is, it didn't take you like a year to get here, like would normally be if you had to, take standard hyperlanes or FTL. It would have taken quite a bit longer.
Quick question. When did we start in the academy? Like, how long has it been?
The academy took probably 4-ish years. So it's probably been roughly 5 years since you're home, because there was the getting to school, getting acclimated, getting accepted, and then the trip to the planet, and the, couple months you've had there.
Yeah, okay.
It was almost 3 months, I think, in total.
Something like that. It's been a few months anyways, I know that. I lost track, but I know it's at least been 2 minimum. I think it's closer 3 to 4 months that you've spent on that planet. Which, all being told, even 4 months to complete everything you guys have completed isn't terrible. It's quite an active 4 months. But yeah, during school you probably had visited once in a while, because you're given, a few breaks here and there.
Oh, so really, I haven't been away for 5 years then.
No. Away has probably been a year or 2.
Okay. But yeah, I haven't come back with this fortune yet.
No. Last you were there, kind of the backstory you gave, they would still be kind of scraping by, your brother trying to work and your mom trying to do some work just to pay for their little box.
Tiny apartment. Yeah. Well, the first thing I would do when I get down there then is transfer the majority of it to his mother's bank.
Okay. Mark off however much you want to send her and let me know.
Alright, I am going to dump.
And then, Zal, you can definitely check in at the room and get the upgraded there. The amount will be taken out of your account based on the duration of your stay.
Okay.
So it depends on how long you and Kuzak stay here. Kuzak, you were checking info and you come over to get your room and you see that Zal has paid for you to get the upgraded room. So you can have a private room instead of the barrack style rooms.
Well, thank you.
I don't know what that means.
And H8, you and Dax come out of hyperspace and you look out the window and you see a mass of ships. Some of them look like they barely hanging on.
What?
And it's just, he said he was going home, and based on all the other organics, home, yeah, that means planet. No, there's just a whole bunch of spaceships.
Oh, okay.
No planet here, just a bunch of spaceships. Some of them in really rough shape, some of them not. Dax, it's been years Since you've been home, you're a little bit harder to get home since the Galactic Academy was a ways
Right.
away.
Yeah, but
During your schooling, you probably made it home once or twice, but it's much more tricky.
I would assume Dax would have, through the years we've been talking, he would have mentioned like.
I mentioned
not a
fleet
planet.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think I told
I
you
can just see a whole little
before.
planet, a whole little shipyard of octopuses.
So yeah,
But
all
between
I'm
each
saying
other.
is like H8's not surprised that it's just not like a planet or anything. He knows.
Yeah. It's just a little shocking to see the condition of it. It's kind of more what I was saying.
Yes. Okay. The condition of it.
Like, you had to guess how many ships would it be?
Just a quick look, probably. I don't know. What would you say, Dax? 60?
There'd be quite a few.
I mean, they're very varying in size too.
Like here, meeting us at a jump point, 60 sounds good. But like around the big boy, probably a few more. But you know, most.
Well,
of the
I'm not
fighters
saying like
and
the little fighter shuttles. I'm meaning like actual like homes,
yeah,
like 60-ish that are actual like main
large
vessels.
enough for people. Yeah.
Now, if you're counting all the little fighter craft, we're not getting there.
They're not pretty, but they're functional.
I was thinking, is it going to be 10 or is it going to be 100? You know, that's where my mind was
Yeah,
going with it.
so he has like they have probably about 60 actual vessels that are like lived on, and then they have hordes of stingers, fighters.
Like 1,000 fighters or something.
Something like that. If you played Mass Effect, some of what he based it off of was the Orion's flotilla.
Yeah, I only played Mass Effect 2 and I played it back 12 years ago. I don't remember it.
That's a problem.
Yeah, there are quite a few. Well, they were living on pretty much every ship, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, it's kind of
I
like
remember
Battlestar
there were hundreds in
Galactica.
the one fleet.
It's kind of like Battlestar
Yeah, pretty
Galactica as
much.
well, where they have, you know, those, I mean, a few more vessels than they had, but the point is kind of the same. They're these.
I like the idea, though. It's a super idea.
Well, it wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
Well, H8 does kind of glance over to see if there's any kind of like reaction to seeing this that I'm now seeing for the first time.
Dax?
I mean, it's been a while, so yeah, he'd be relieved, but also it's like there's always so much work to do, kind of thing. When he sees some of them that were previously in better shape than they are now, after a couple years of being away.
Mhm. Some are in better shape, some are in worse shape, some are kind of in the same shape.
Yeah, I never thought I'd miss Cass. Like, you know, I can just see Cass going to his home planet right now, dude. With all his warp powers and shit like that, he'd be the cock of the walk, dude. He'd be straight down the street in the middle of the street with his suit and tie on. You know, he'd be like just like the man, dude. I miss Cass.
Except he did what he shouldn't have, and
I agree. Cass is dead. I'm just saying, like,
Yep.
Kids is Cass's dream, you know, to be going home and do. I mean, I was just reliving.
Zal could go home and check on his family.
I don't have a family.
You sprouted from something.
I'm organic. I didn't sprout for anything, and even if I did have a family, I wouldn't have any kind of relation with them because they kept me isolated because I had.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying they exist, but
I had to touch and the tainted. I was the first one to have touch and tainted powers, you know, like so.
So, Dax, since we're on with you right now, what's going through your mind, and what do you do now that you finally are home and this is what you see?
I mean, I'd mostly be looking over the fleet and then starting to plan where I can help out, make sure things are up and running. But of course, visiting the families first since they were talking to me.
Yeah. So you head
And
over.
there's lots to talk about and lots of information to give out.
And you send the signal and you board with your ship that your family's on. Your mother and siblings greet you, and you see you have a new younger sibling,
Oh.
but your father's missing.
Oh. Well, first question is, well, who's this and where's Dad?
Oh, this is your little brother. You know how sometimes things get out of hand? We gotta be careful. Well, your father didn't make it.
How'd it happen?
She gestures to your little brother.
Gotcha.
You know, we gotta be careful with these kind of things, and there's risk but reward involved in it. But,
My mind forgot that part, honestly. I was like, oh wait, oh yeah.
that's why I wanted to make sure you got back, so we could lay him to rest with the whole family, properly.
Alright, well, wish it was... You know what? Nope, these things happen and I'll greet my little brother.
And he greets you.
H8 stands there very
I'll
awkwardly.
pick him up and be like, I also made a new friend. This is H8. And gesture to the gigantic robot behind me.
Your little brother's eyes have been like nearly popping at his head this whole time, looking at this big robot.
He's
Trying to plop him on my head.
You
would have been tentacle him so bad. He just wanted to stick him in.
You can tell that your little brother has the genetics of you and your father, where it's just like, ooh,
Right.
Can I play with it? Can I touch it? Can I work on it? Can I check it out?
H8 like, sees the excitedness of this other, of his.
It's like
dare I say
1/4. Yeah, it's like a 1/4 size Dax.
Right. And he kind of he just like kind of leans back a little bit, but raises his hand and waves a little bit. But to lean back and just like a.
That's right. I can finally get this suit off while I'm here.
Yes.
I would have done that like the moment we got through the airlock. Finally.
Okay, so here's the question. So these are ships that are filled with water, basically.
No, they don't have to be filled with water. It's just they'd have to be moist, like moisture.
It's very soggy air.
Okay.
Thankfully, you got all sealed back up, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that positive atmosphere,
Like you would actually
I
see.
understand more now. Okay.
H8, you would actually look and see, and you see all of the, basically, if it was a human ship, all of the fire nozzles are just like slowly like leaking out or misting water.
Right.
Like it is like wet in here. Everything is like wet.
I get it more now, because I was thinking ships full of water would have been actually kind of
That'd
cool.
be disastrous, though.
No,
Yeah.
kind of cool though.
It's
It would, until something happens, and everyone gets vented along with the water.
yeah,
Oh, you mean actually any kind of space travel? Yeah.
right. I was gonna say that kind of happens with the air as well.
Yeah,
But no.
but the air won't drag you along as easily.
Debatable. You actually notice though, H8, though, looking at Dax, this is probably the most comfortable you've seen him, where he's just like, because it's his climate, it's where he grew up, it's what he's used to.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to have a suit on, and all that stuff. Yeah, I get that. I mean, H8 doesn't really, yeah, he doesn't care, but I get it.
Mhm.
It's like, I'll have to get a new suit. I'm sure she would notice that looks like it aged a lot.
Yeah, she's giving you inquisitive looks like, do you want to say what happened with your suit? What, we need our suits out there. What happened to your suit? We don't have these a lot. They're kind of expensive.
Yeah, I'll have
So
to,
she's just like looking at you, and you kind of
Yep.
knowing
I've
your mother,
lost a
you kind of
couple
know what
years.
she's thinking. Like you say that, she looks just absolutely horrified.
HA actually does see like his interactions with another of his kind.
Light show everywhere.
Yeah. I'm guessing the lights don't just show info, like it does show some emotion as well.
Hmm.
Okay.
You would, since
I
I
would
in you,
pick up-
you would understand.
I would pick up on it. Yeah, I would pick up on just the kind of conversation you were having and how relaxed, like how more relaxed you were being around your own kind. So honestly, HA at this point would kind of like relax a little more himself, I would say.
Yeah.
You're the little kid.
Like I know like he's not in any danger whatsoever right now, so I'm just like I kind of relax as well.
You're about to get tentacled, boy.
By the way,
no.
Dax, I need you to roll a perception check.
Oh, where'd my dice go? There it is.
Perception check.
Mm-hmm.
That back up there.
Good job.
Perception is +3, so 18.
After touching your brother, seems like something's a little bit off, like he got sick or something from you.
Wait, sick from me?
It was after you touched him.
Oh, I picked him up. Oh no.
It doesn't seem too bad. You've worn your suit the whole time. You haven't noticed any illnesses or anything.
Right.
And then your mother touches him, and you notice she like looks off a little odd, like she may have caught it.
Out of curiosity, I'll hand her the data chip. Although I'd probably have to fish it out of my suit. But yeah.
Oh, what's this, son?
Can you read this? You might get a headache. Just
what do you mean?
warning you.
It's a chip. What do you mean read it?
You'll see. Just touch it.
She touches it. She doesn't seem to be able to focus, and doesn't seem like anything quite happens.
Oh, okay.
Acquire the power of the overlords.
Well, on this chip is super scan done by remnants of an alien race. Yeah, that'd be
Wow.
most accurate. So that's where we were. Oh wait, can I? Actually, before I say, how much of that can I tell them? I mean, I know within my species it might be able to say more, but
You don't know. Haven't really been said. I'm going to give you a chance to think of what the funeral procession would be. While we go ahead and zip back over to Deke.
Oh my
And
god!
we're going to have Deke do some of his while you come up with that, and we'll come back when you're ready. Deke, you transfer that money, however much it was, to your mother. Of course, she doesn't always check her account, so it's probably still going to be a surprise when you walk through the door or when she sees it. You land, you know where home is from here. Does Killian go with you, or does he hang out and let you go visit them on your own?
I don't know what he would do.
Okay. What do you do?
After the bank? After the bank, I assume?
Well, I mean, you can do that on the way down as electronic transfer. You don't actually have to physically be at the bank.
Oh, that's true. I'm stuck in the 20.
Yeah, we're on the smartphones.
I'll just start heading home, and then he can come with.
Okay. You get to your family's meager domicile. You notice it's definitely has the scene of stress of trying to keep things running. Your brother's getting... How old was your brother? I think he's getting to the age where educational
I think
aspects are
I
needed.
made it. He was 10 years younger.
Okay, yeah, so he's getting to the stage where he really needs to figure out educational pathing, and usually requires money. So you see a bunch of documents there. They're not there right now, but you know the way to get in because you have a key, essentially. Scan. And you see just like the info there, tablet, showing, and you kind of flick through it quickly, showing he's been looking at all these places, but all of them require more funding than he can get as an unskilled labor, untrained.
At this point, since I'm in there, the helmet comes off.
And Killian gasps. No.
I'm not sure. He may have seen before since we've...
I was going to say, Killian's probably about the only one who would have seen you without it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking in training, like, they have showers.
That's why I said Killian's probably about the only one who saw it off. That's precisely why.
Yeah. So that comes off, set it on the table as I'm flipping through that tablet.
You notice you almost feel like you have double vision.
Because of the implant?
You're not sure. Like, you're almost like seeing through your helmet, but you set it down.
Oh, weird.
You feel kind of a bit of like vertigo and, ooh, from it, because you hadn't done that before. What do you do?
I'll stop flipping through that and find one of them, either the brother or the mother.
You see your little calendar there, kind of showing their schedule so they can keep each other informed. You notice your mother should be getting home before too long from work, and your brother is working at a job to try to pull in some money part-time, and so he's probably on his way to that right now.
Okay. I'm gonna keep poking around for a little bit.
You notice the provisions are quite slim. Really not a lot there. Most of the things are very meager, as your mom didn't have the same degree of, from what you had mentioned in your backstory of her, she didn't have the same level of educational and skills training that your father did to pull in the same income.
Yep.
So she's trying to scrape by. I will let you pick kind of like what sort of work does your mother do and what kind of part-time work does your brother do?
Oh, good question.
You can think about it.
Yeah.
But you do realize there's probably not enough to make a dinner for 4.
Okay.
You do know that you can probably order some. You can get the Chinese boatman to come by and make some food if you want.
I'm gonna go out and get some.
Okay.
Some shopping.
Sure.
And I'm gonna actually make a dinner for my family.
All right. So you know this area well enough. You're able to get down to the store, get some food, and get back. What is it you pick up to make them for dinner?
No, I was afraid you were going to ask that.
If you're not sure, you can say placeholder for now if you need.
You know what? I'm going to make like some kind of stir fry.
Okay. Are you proficient in cooking?
I would say nice choice, by the way.
Are you proficient in cooking? No.
Probably not.
Let's have you do a wisdom or intelligence roll to see how well you cook the food.
I would prefer intelligence. Are you sure you don't want to order out? Well,
I mean, it's not like it's going to be poorly. A DC 50. It's more, if you get a 5, probably didn't do too well. If you get a 10, it's a good meal. If you get above that, it starts getting to be like, hey, you actually cook pretty well.
How about a 6?
You have no modifier on your?
I have a +1, so 7.
7. So it's not immaculate, but it's better than, like army cafeteria gruel.
It's edible.
Yeah. If you get less than a 5, then that's where it's like, you're eating school cafeteria food.
Okay.
You got a 7, so it's not like, nice restaurant grade, but it's not bad. Kind of in between.
I knew I wasn't good at cooking either, so
right.
This is kind of just like, hey, I'm home. I made you something, and also here's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's more the thought in that you actually put the effort in to do it and everything.
Yeah.
You're not a cook, so they wouldn't be expecting, chef grade food.
Sure.
But no, it's definitely edible and tastes decent.
And obviously I would have made this timing-wise to where near when it was done should be when at least one of them gets home.
Yeah, which she's going to be home before him because he's working.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Killian is here this whole time with you, or is he kind of somewhere else?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. I just wanted to say, like, he would have a comment. I don't know what that comment would be, but he'd have a comment on eating this stir fry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I imagine him just over there right now, like flipping through the channels, seeing what's on Earth View.
Yep.
Why do you hit each other when you're running around with this skin with air in it? It makes no sense. You guys are weird. Such a weird species.
At least we don't roll on our dead when we kill them.
Hey. We could devour them instead. Why let meat go to waste? So you do that. You hear the door, and she comes in. She's like, "Ah, Teak, you're home. When did you get home?"
Today.
Runs up, gives you a hug. We've missed you. How's it been? Have you been okay? Have you been safe? Like, just, the whole motherly start flaunting over you, and doesn't even quite realize you'd cooked, and just, how mothers are when they haven't seen their kid for a while, right?
Yeah. Good to see you too, Mom.
And then she finally is like, did you cook?
I did.
Wow.
No, I didn't learn it. I just went out and got some, but I hope it's okay.
It smells pretty good. Did you want to wait for your brother, or do you want to eat now? He won't be home for a few hours.
We can eat some now. We'll save some for him.
She goes to the cupboards and starts getting out dishes. Oh, Killian's here with you. Let me get a third one. Get some out for him. And you guys share a nice dinner. Anything you want to do during your dinner with her?
After we're done, I pull up on we have like tablets or cell phone like things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just pull up on my phone, I guess, or whatever. Here, I brought this home for you, and I've already put it into your...
You could show basically the deposit confirmation.
Yep.
She's like, Like she just like almost goes like pale. It's like, how? Wait, thank you.
This is all legal, so you don't have to worry. I did not obtain this illegally.
She's just like in shock and just emotionally like taken back.
I've been on this excursion, if you will, and it seems that what we're doing there is paying a lot, and they allowed shore leave, so I wanted to come back here and deposit what I have.
She just
so we can keep going.
Embraces you, crying a little bit, thanking you for helping out. And with that emotional moment, we'll let the camera pan out and let Deke spend a nice moment with his mother without everyone peeping at him. Dax.
That's the soft side of Deke.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a little emotional, but like just knowing Deke had a little moment, you know, like I don't know.
He's a hard ass when, you know, around others, but
yeah,
family. He's a family guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going back to the race that's mostly logic, although there are emotions, they're pushed to the side often.
Dax. How does this procession go?
Man, I wish I had more time to think about that, because
should we pick up there next time? Or?
Yeah, that'll give me
Okay.
some time, because it could go a few different ways, considering the state of the fleet. But efficiency and not wasting resources is kind of a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And whether people like the idea or not, a body is a resource. It is can become fertilizer.
What do I know?
Big oof.
Yeah, we'll give you time to think about it then.
Yeah.
We're kind of over our time at that point anyways, but hey, we made some good progress. We have some downtime. Over the next week, figure out any other details you want to do. Kuzak, I'm sorry we didn't quite get to you on all yours. I need to talk to you on part of yours, is why I didn't. The thing you pinged me about. We'll get into that a little bit later, and then we can make some decisions. And then we'll do yours next week, so think about yours. And then, Deke, if you want to ping Killian, get anything figured out you guys want to do while there. And then start off with Dax and his stuff at the beginning of next session. Sound good?
Oh, also, H8, you would, from what I told you, you would know that very, very few outsiders ever visit this fleet. I want to make that note as well, so that means you're trusted by Dax.
yeah. Not only that, but that's another reason why he would be awkward, or he'd feel awkward at least.
Well, that's the thing. Like, everywhere else that H8 has been, there's been a conglomerate of races. Other than, you know, your mother who brought you back.
Right.
Every other point in your existence, there's been a bunch of different. And here, there's just his race.
Yeah, honestly, to H8, it's like, oh, they're all Daxes.
Yeah.
Daxes is.
Like, everywhere you look,
Daxi.
it's just his people.
I like that.
So, yeah. But thank you all. It's been a blast. I hope you guys had fun. We will pick up here next time. Thank you all for joining us. It's been a crazy ride. Until next time, as always, enjoy the story. We'll see you all next time.